Okay, so we don't have to get too settled yet because we're going to prepare our bodies for change. So to prepare our bodies for change, we're going to do the spinal flush. For the spinal flush, you can do it on yourself or you can do it for somebody else. So, Chelsea, we were in the middle of working with you. How about it? Would you be, what? Yes, that's correct. Yes. So I want to demonstrate the spinal flush because we're all going to do it. It just allows our body to change more easily. So to do the spinal flush, if you really don't like to be touched, then you can do this in a door frame. But otherwise, you find a partner. The partner leans on the chair in front, and you find the spine. Never, ever put pressure on the spine. So you know where the spine is, you know where not to put pressure. We're going to find the muscle on each side of the spine and just give it a little squeeze. It opens up your energy body so that it can change more easily. You know, we already came up with the case today where the cord was pulled out. Or no, the chakra was rebuilt, but the chakra wasn't going to hold as long as that cord was in there. So prepare the body for change. I'm pushing with my thumbs, and I am never, ever putting pressure on the spine. So you just find that muscle on each side of the spine and go up. You know, when it's your turn, you're going to want it to go on for 20 minutes. But yeah, just 20 seconds. When you, so again, know where your spine is. The muscle just an inch to the side of the spine, you press that into the door frame, okay? And then do the other one, all right? So really quickly, open up the spine of your partner just with some, and here you can do. So that one helps your body get ready to change. Change is not easy, so we're just going to give it every advantage we can. And then there's a simple thing to do to make sure your brain is receiving the information. So to do that, we're going to cross over. You grab your right shoulder, pull it firmly to your left hip. Grab your left shoulder, pull it firmly to your right hip. And just do a few of those. Okay? So if you've done with the spinal flush, do the shoulder pull. Spinal flush gets the body ready for change. The shoulder pull gets the brain ready to take on new information. Firmly grab that shoulder. If you squeeze up here, squeeze that shoulder muscle and have any pain, you collect too much energy up here. And just pull it down, crossing it over to the other side. So poor Chelsea here still has that cord in her. Are we ready? And Faye came up with a fantastic idea on how to change this for her. But not only change it, but to use it to become more empowered. So her cord is right here. Let's see what it does for her right now. Hold strong. Okay. So I don't even have to try. So Faye's idea is, hey, everything is energy, and everything that enters into our energy field, we have control over. So you're a helper. You want to help people, and people pick up on that and take advantage of that. So you're going to create an intention where here is your shell, here is your personal space. Anything that enters into that space, you're going to make valuable to you. So you just turn it around. Instead of allowing somebody else to pull your energy out, you're saying, I'm going to use this for my growth, for my power, for my physical health. So turn it around. Everything that enters into your energy field is now valuable for you. And hold your arm out strong. Hold out strong. Good job. So good. Yeah. So yeah, you can do that for anything. Ideally, you got to learn how to recognize it when it comes on. So are we done with you?
I think so. We're going to fix my chakras, or
Yes.
I'm gonna take
So you're still out of place, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. What was your weak ones?
on my heart and my third eye.
Okay. So let's
and
see.
my feet, my hands.
Okay.
I don't know if you explained that yet, but
Okay. So heart. Let's see where her heart is right now. Hold strong. Okay. So for her heart, the way we're going to fix her heart is bless it. So just drop your thoughts down into your heart. Hold the intentions of connecting with the highest frequencies of the earth, the highest frequencies of the heavens, and bringing that into the highest frequencies within you. Christianity calls that the kingdom of heaven. Buddhism calls that the sacred heart. Most people will find it right about in the middle of their sternum. So you just bless her heart. It takes about 20 seconds maximum. So let's see where your heart is now. Hold strong. Okay, it's as easy as that, and that's how powerful you guys are. What was your next weak one?
and the third eye.
Third eye. Okay, so how is your third eye now? Hold strong. Okay, all right. So another way to influence somebody is, I like to use my hand. Let's say my daughter was struggling with a power issue. Well, let's say Chelsea is struggling with her third eye. I'll pretend that her third eye is on my hand and spin it counterclockwise to eliminate what's stuck there. So counterclockwise and clockwise. If you are the wall and the clock is on you for everybody else to read, that's clockwise and counterclockwise, okay? So I can pretend her third eye is on my hand and go clockwise 7 times, counterclockwise, and then clockwise 7 times. You never want to stop when you're going counterclockwise. You don't want to leave her in that open, vulnerable state. So always finish clockwise. Okay, let's see how that did. Third eye. Okay, and then what was your next weak one?
Feet and hands.
Feet and hands. Well, let's see if she's grounded. So, no matter what your religion, you are an earthling. And as an earthling, you are designed to pick up that earth energy. If you ever have an opportunity to look at the earth using night vision goggles, you can see the earth's energy dancing up. For me, the goggles revealed the earth energy as green fluorescent tubes is the way they looked. We have acupuncture points. I once had this conversation with a naturopathic doctor from Spain. And I said, I just read this crazy article that said that we actually pick up the energy from the earth. And she laughs at me and says, but of course, silly American. So we have these acupuncture points on the bottom of our feet designed to pick that up. I told you about the massage that I had. The lady knew I spent all my time in my head. That's a problem. Yeah, energy follows thought. So by spending all my time in my head, I pull the energy up out of my feet. And it accumulates up here, making way too much go on up here, and not enough go on down there. So her technique was, right, and it worked. But we want to ask her body if she is receiving that earth energy. So the meridian that's in charge of earth energy is the stomach meridian. So there's actually science to this. The test I bought per big toe. It's not going to hurt. But the test is I bought per big toe because the stomach meridian travels from just below the eye to the big toe. And the stomach meridian is in charge of earth energy. So we ask her body if she's receiving that earth energy by bopping her big toe. Okay? So, and then hold out strong.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you spend a lot of time in your head?
Yes.
Yeah. So her foot chakras are depleted, likely because maybe she doesn't know what direction to go, but maybe when we build that foot chakra up, she'll know what direction to go and have more of a sense of how to get there. Yeah. So we're going to do this exercise to connect with the earth. Since it begins here, we're just going to thump right here. So if you feel the bone beneath your eye, there's a little divot there. That divot is where the stomach meridian begins. And so you can thump it, you can apply firm pressure. What you don't want to do is be wimpy. Don't want to be wimpy. You want to tell your body you're serious. So you put firm pressure there, and if you tune into your body, you can feel that energy go down to your feet. So if you have foot pain, if you have hip pain, you need to send that energy down to your feet. If you want to strengthen your path, if you want to strengthen your sense of security, you push that energy down to your lower body. Strengthen your mobility, right, yeah. So I'm going to put the website on here for you to go to for Donna Eden's test. She has the amazing ability to see energy, but she can not only see the color of your aura, but she can also see all of the meridians. She can see the pathways, and so much more than just the meridians. We'll get into that. But I want you to have her information so that you can go there. And what else should we do with Chelsea? Did you have anything? We need to test your feet yet, don't we?
The hand also.
And the hands. Okay. So the hands are all about how we handle life. You can activate them, rubbing them together, shaking them off. You guys you've done this one, I know. I know you've done this one. But to wake up your hands, a great way, rub your hands together, shake them off, and then open your fingers up. Just open them up. And every time, just open them up a little bit more. What we're doing is waking stuff up that's been dormant since we were toddlers. You know, when we were toddlers learning to explore the world, there was just too much to explore. We had to start closing some off. So we just wake it back up. That's all we're doing, waking up what fell asleep. And then, then when you put your hands together but without touching, don't touch, and pull them apart. And put them together and pull them apart. You start to feel this beautiful energy ball. So Dr. Eric Pearl and Dr. Oz have a video on YouTube showing you this one. Yeah, you just waking stuff up. So let's see how that does for you. Another thing of Dr. Eric Pearl is that there's all these strings here and you just pull them apart. Just kind of wake up those sensitivities. So we didn't test you to see how your hands chakras were, to see if you went weak, and we didn't test your feet either. So let's see if they're strong now. We're just going to, let's see, I bopped your toes. Let's do it the same way. And hold out strong. Okay, good. And then we're just going to ask, okay, how's your hand chakras? We'll do them both. And hold out strong. Okay, good. So another really important factor is that our body gets disconnected from itself. So her weak chakras were foot, root was strong, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we want to ask how we've strengthened them, so now she's pretty balanced, but we want to ask if the communication system is intact. So I'm going to tap the floor beneath her feet to ask about the foot, and then the space in front of her root. I want to know if those two are communicating. Okay, hold strong. They're not. Okay, so that's just a figure 8. So you connect your foot to the root and just do a figure 8. That's all it is. 20 seconds. Connect the foot to the root. We're going to do experiments to show you the validity of this space out here, how everything out here is completely in your control. Okay, so foot, root, root, foot. Hold strong. Okay, good. And then root, sacral, sacral, root. Hold strong. Okay, sacral, solar plexus, sacral, hold strong. Okay, solar plexus, heart, heart, solar plexus, hold strong. Nope. Okay, so again, that figure 8, connecting your heart with your solar plexus. Okay, heart, solar plexus, heart, hold strong. Okay, heart, throat, throat, heart, hold strong. No, really? Throat, heart, hold strong? Kinda. So we'll just build that figure 8. And imagine your figure 8's going all the way through you, front and back. Yes, Charles?
When you're testing, are you just thinking of the 3 points, or do you need to touch the 3 points?
I believe you can do it either way. I want to touch them. I want to show you where they are. But again, I don't have to touch the body if I'm just in her energy space. That's all it takes. All right, so we were doing throat, heart, heart, throat. Hold strong. Okay. And then throat, third eye, throat. Hold strong. Okay. So another one. I don't know why those would get separated, but actually that's what causes cancer, is the body not communicating with the body. Otherwise, why would it destroy itself? So we get all of this miscommunications going on. Okay, we're at throat, third eye, throat. Hold strong. Okay, good. And then third eye, crown, crown, third eye. Hold strong. Okay, good. Now it may last, it may not last. It has a better chance because we've connected it. But after you go to sleep tonight, the body resets itself to what it's familiar with. So then tomorrow, you know what your weaknesses are. Gosh, it'll take 5 seconds. I mean, really, 5-10 seconds, and you're back in line. You had a question? Oh, okay. Yeah.
When you're connecting, are you connecting 2 chakras at a time or 3 at a time?
2. I don't know that that's a limit. That's just what I do, I guess. Yeah. Oh, here she comes.
When somebody is in your energy field, when you're measuring a person, if there's another person in their energy field, does it affect it?
Not if you have your thoughts in line.
Okay.
It-
Then, 2 more questions.
Mhm. So when you're
One-
doing it, you keep your thoughts focused on what you're looking for. Here's an electrical cord. If I have a glass of water here and I'm looking for that water, it's going to ignore the electrical cord and just find the water, as long as you have your thoughts focused.
Okay, I also measured somebody, and one side of the dowsing rod closed, showed me where they were, but the other side did not. So what's that about?
It might be you needing to train your dowsing rods.
Uh-huh.
Does anybody else have a suggestion?
It was just one chakra.
Just one chakra?
Mm-hmm.
It did the same to me until I started training.
Training them?
Okay.
Will you go into that, how to train our rods?
Go into how to train them?
Ask that question to the microphone. Will you please go into how to train our rods?
Sure, that'll take 10 seconds.
Sometime, thank you.
So again, when I do it, I hold the intentions of connecting with the highest frequencies of the earth, the highest frequencies of the heavens, and bringing both of those into the highest frequencies within. And then I want my rods to open when it finds something, and close. So my rods will open when it finds the edge of the energy field, and close if that chakra is closed. If I'm looking for ley lines or something like that, my rods might open, saying that the path goes this way and this way, or it might go this way. Like if I'm looking for a lost person, that when I find the path, the rods will go that way, go that way. So that's all of the training I've done. Yeah. Training a pendulum, I want my pendulum to swing this way for a yes and this way for a no, and for a waiting or maybe it swings clockwise. That's everything I know about training, other than in the beginning it's so beneficial to have an open mind and be in a state of wonder and ask questions you don't care about. What color should I wear today? What food should I eat today? It just trains the subconscious to get out of the way and allow. I don't know what I'm doing to create that. But thank you. Excellent question. So have we brought you into balance and built up all of the weak areas? And yes?
I believe so, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did we successfully show you how it's up to her what she does with that energy when it enters into her field? Yes? Okay, yes.
Strong intention that tomorrow my all chakra will keep balanced as Chris did it. Will that work? Just put intention before she falls asleep, and tomorrow make it the next morning and say, I'm still in balance.
I
That
hope
work?
you'll do that and let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
But you know, there's certain things that we have to do every day. We have to brush our teeth every day, you know? Donna Eden's exercises here. We have to do every day to get our energy flowing correctly. We have to brush our teeth to keep our teeth clean. There's just certain basic things that we have to do every day. It's been my experience that, but I haven't tried Gao's way, but it's been my experience that at night the body resets itself until it realizes that you're serious. And maybe by setting that intention, like she described, your body will learn that you're serious much faster.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Yes.
A new normal. We're creating a new normal here. Okay, anything else you need?
I don't believe so.
Okay. All right. Okay, who has chakras that are still weak? Who thinks they might have chakras that are still weak? Yes? I know your name. Yes, please. So people used to ask me if I really believed in crystal healing. And I've learned to say, of course, because none of us would be alive without cells. None of us would be alive without minerals. So then, I'll have a smart aleck say, well, I'm not going to eat my rocks. And the truth is, we eat microscopic rocks all the time. That's where we get our minerals from. And then they'll say, well, I'm still not going to eat a rock. And Einstein told us 100 years ago, everything is energy. So when we have a depleted chakra, let's see where yours are. Sherry. So I don't want to wear out your shoulders. Which are your depleted chakras? Do you know?
I can't remember all of them, but there were a few.
So let's just measure then. All right, so we'll look for your overall. So right here, and then foot. Your foot is bigger than your overall, so that tells us something's pulling you down. And then root, your root is also very strong. And sacral is very strong. Solar plexus, very strong. Heart, throat. Now, do you have thyroid issues? No? Good. Okay. So if you got a couple more that were weak earlier, it maybe has gotten better. But let's just ask your heart. How's your heart? Hold strong. And throat, hold strong. Okay. So I used to be perplexed by the minerals that are good for our body. This is the red minerals. This is the orange minerals. This is the yellow minerals. This is the green minerals. This is the blue minerals. This is the violet minerals. Just like the rainbow. And that used to be really perplexing for me. Why? Because we come from the earth. Why would we be any different? So the mineral that strengthens this area is blue. And what that means is she probably eats foods that has that blue mineral, but something happened to make the body not utilize it anymore. So we just have to retrain the body to utilize it. So when I ask her how the throat chakra is, it goes weak. So we have blue mineral here. If you just hold that and hold strong. Okay, so it's just like that. She doesn't have to eat it, but she has to get it into her energy field. But we take it away and hold strong. Okay. So you need it in your energy field all the time until your body remembers how to utilize it. So if you have an extra $1,200, they make body pads that you can lie on, and it's filled with a bunch of minerals. In my experiments, you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. In my experiments, what makes a bigger difference isn't the size, it's the variety. Because it's like vitamin C. Our body can only use so much vitamin C, and the rest is peed out. So when we have a big crystal, we can't utilize all of that in our physical body. So it's just extra. But when we have a variety of minerals, then we are much more likely to fulfill our body's need. So sleep with your rocks. Put them under your pillow, put them under your mattress, wear them any way you can. Okay, so we still have, yes?
When it comes to minerals, you're talking about.
When it comes to minerals.
You almost went over. Do you, would the Dinshaw colors, would that be good enough to hold rather than a rock?
What was it?
The Dinshaw colors, the color spectrum?
Yes.
Any
Yeah.
of that you could use that in
Yeah.
place of the rock? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're looking for the color. So I've seen like slides or a glass like you would use in stained glass. That works. Again, you just need it 24/7. So since you don't have any, we're going to build that up. So we did the experiment where somebody across the room built it up. We did the experiment where I used the hand. We did the experiment where we blessed her. Any other ideas? There's infinite possibilities. Go buy a crystal that color and keep it. Huh? Figure eight the whole body. That's a good one too. We could all blast her with blue. Blast her with blue. Right. Yes. Visualize swallowing blue pearls.
You want me to do it?
Sure, yeah.
All right.
And they
Back
take
out. Whoa.
and they take instant effect. And how's your throat? Hold strong. Okay. And we're going to see how your throat is with the heart with the throat. Hold strong. Okay. Throat, third eye, throat. Hold strong. Okay. So you didn't have the other disconnections, just the weak throat. And that can be the result of somebody really not liking it when you speak your truth. Yeah. So minerals. Do you use a cell phone? Okay. I have my cell phone right here. Do you have protection for your cell phone? No? Okay. So, again, give me a strong arm. And no fist. Strong arm. Okay. So what happens when we put a cell phone next to your ear? Give me a strong arm. Yeah, and that's only at the 3G, not at the 5G that's coming up. So rocks, again, provide protection. This is shungite. If you go to YouTube again, Nancy Hopkins has an hour or two explanation on how powerful shungite is. So we're going to put shungite here with my phone and hold strong. And without the shungite, hold strong. Yeah. Shungite, shungite. So they're really trying to get shungite all over the world so that we don't have to try to figure out how to attach it to the deer and the fox and the rabbits and the eagles. Because shungite has a way of, it doesn't dissolve it, it doesn't neutralize it, it makes it disappear. The EMFs, it makes the EMFs disappear. Yes.
I'm going to patent an idea for a shungite phone case.
Yes.
And there was a question over here. Sandra, do you want to ask it?
I was curious if wearing simply that color clothing would have the
Yes.
same effect for her, because it might be more difficult, you know, like maybe just wearing a lot of blue there for a while, or...
Yes. Very effective. You'll notice a lot of speakers wear blue. That's a trick. That's a trick to make sure it helps improve my ability to communicate. So I hope that I do a good job.
What color or color mineral is for the foot chakras?
Black. Now it will be true also that you need a specific black mineral. Red jasper is a great one for the root, but some people it's not going to be red jasper. Some people it's going to be red coral. Intuition is great. Muscle testing is great. The hand chakra is clear quartz. Again, for you it might be a little different, but clear quartz as a rule. Yes?
I know shungite is wonderful for many things.
Yes.
But I'm not sure if people are familiar with the website Vibes Up, and
Yes.
they make all these awesome things out of crystals, and
Yes.
and they have come out with a new shungite mat. And according to them, the shungite also raises the vibration, which is one that I hadn't heard about the shungite before. But anyway, they have new shungite mats.
Can you say the name of that website again?
Vibes Up.
Vibes up.
Vibes
UP.
Up, one word.
Vibes up UP. Yeah, I love her products. She works a lot with Caitlin Kite. She works a lot with gems and minerals. I get this breathing issue from time to time, and I lay on her mat, and it's just fixed, just like that.
What kind of mat?
I don't know what she calls her mat, but it vibes up. Vibes up. Yeah.
What's the name of the person again?
Caitlin Kite, K-E-I-T, Vibes Up, V-I-B-E-S-U-P. Are you all fixed yet?
I don't think so, but I'll listen in.
So we checked your throat, and you were connected with the throat and the third eye and the heart. So generally, when we don't have a connection, it's going to be the one above or below. Okay? Vibes Up
somebody
bottle.
had a Vibes Up water bottle, and I just wanted to show this to everybody. It has crystals in the bottom of it. Is that not the coolest thing ever?
Yeah. So I'm going to have 3 volunteers, and we're going to do Donna Eden's exercises, and I'm going to show you the value of those exercises. Let's see if I want someone in particular. Besides cleaning up our inner space and elevating our inner space, crystals are great for elevating our house as well. So Bonnie made this beautiful centerpiece here this morning, and I want to measure the energy field of that centerpiece. Let's see. You know, I'll go from the front because there's all sorts of stuff over there. So, centerpiece over right about here. Okay, so like 3 feet. People ask me if I use these to find rocks, and that can be tricky. So here's a geode. See, when it's closed, it can't find it. It has that protective shell. Yeah, and it has to be open. In order to be seen. That's also true with these big guys. So if I were to measure this one, it doesn't find it until I'm at the opening. So to have something like this in the middle of your room isn't going to be any good at all. Another amazing phenomenon is that when you get a crystal pointing in the direction it wants to point in, it has more power. So when that's north. When I hold this pendulum facing east, the pendulum comes to a stop. So the opposite of a stop is a full circle. When I come to the other side, can you see? The pendulum swings in a full circle. And then when I have it facing south, it goes perpendicular. When I have it facing north, it goes parallel. So they always have those 4 directions, unless there are a few. Like this one actually goes the full circle no matter what direction that it's facing. And it's so amazing because as you bring in the crystal, you can see it immediately start to influence the pendulum. So crystals want to be facing a particular direction. My theory is that it's very much like in Sedona, where you have vortices that balance masculine energy, vortices that balance feminine energy, and vortices that balance both. So my theory is that when it's doing the full circle, it's balancing both, the masculine and the feminine. So what I like to do for my home is build the heart of the house up to where it works on my whole house. The heart of the house, if you use your dowsing rods to show you the heart of the house, almost always in the dining room table, because that's where the heart of the family comes together. So I want to build the heart of the house up to where it will do me the most good. So if I add... Okay. Okay. So I'm going to add these in the direction that they want to be. And I love it when people write to me and tell me what their experiments are, because when I first did a geode, and I learned that my geode, both halves of the geode wanted to face the same direction. That was completely contrary to the way I thought it would be. I thought one would want to face one way and one would face the other way, and that wasn't true at all. But this whole facing particular directions, we're going to work with that again with the human body. So let's see where our centerpiece is now. Yeah, our centerpiece is pretty good. Yeah. Let's see where the edge is. Okay, so the edge is right here. So for the next break, and we're not breaking yet, for the next break, see if you can feel it. So just like you can feel cords on somebody, this is a very palpable wall. And again, the advantage is you can pick up on so much more information. That picture, Alex Gray Theologue, we are consciously aware of only 5% of what we live and work in and live every day. It's that 95% is priceless. So we want to get to know that 95%. Okay, yes?
It's a little bit off the subject, but it applies. Let's say you wanted to wear a blue sapphire on your throat. Is there a difference between lab-created stones and naturally created stones?
In the experiments that I have done, the answer is no. Because it's the same composition. It's the same minerals. Whether they did it in a factory or the earth did it, it's the same minerals. My experiments are lab created, doesn't matter. And sometimes I think it's even better because we can get all the dramas and traumas of life can get stuck in a crystal. And a lab crystal has gone through a heat process where all of that has to disappear. So sometimes I think it's even better. At least you know you're getting a clean item. Yes?
I couldn't see what you were doing to expand the energy of the crystal grid. Could you explain that again, please, for me?
I put a crystal on the north side, south side, east side, and west side, according to how that crystal got a full circle on my pendulum.
That's north, south, east, west of the heart of the house?
The heart of the house is the energy center I choose to amplify in order to cover the whole house.
So you're putting them, or you find the heart and then you put the crystals around the heart?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so my dining room table looks much like that. Anything else? No? Okay, thank you. You guys keep making me think. Okay, so we're going to do Donna Eden's testing.
Excuse me, you were measuring the wall. What was that about?
Measuring a wall.
Yeah, when you were going out?
The wall around this, the centerpiece here, the energy field comes to here. So I want you to see if you can feel that,
Okay,
to help you get a better relationship with this energy world,
thank you.
because this energy world is 95% of what we live in. So let's see if I want somebody in particular. Another really cool purpose of rocks is protection and also cleaning the heart chakra. So we could have done experiments with that too. Selenite is a great heart cleanser. If you get a broken heart, if things pull at our heartstrings all the time, selenite is a great heart cleanser. Selenite, I have heard of selenite realigning the spine, which would put Charles out of business. But you're retired anyway. I haven't witnessed that. I don't know how I would prove it to you, but I believe that's entirely possible. But selenite for a broken heart is very powerful if you want to feel better. And sometimes we just want to wallow in our pity, and that's up to you too. All right, so I want 3 volunteers so that we get a good variety. And just because the dowsing rods choose you doesn't mean you have to come. Would you be willing? All right, great. And let's see. Somebody over here. Lori? Are you willing? Sure. You don't have to come.
I think Carla made you pick me.
There's somebody else over here. Who is it? Deborah? Yes? All right. Okay, so I'm going to ask you 3 to stand close together. They don't need to. Okay. Okay. So if anyone wants to learn energy testing, this is an opportunity for you. I am going to test these 3 ladies, and then you can turn around and test somebody if you choose to learn this. Okay, so I'm going to do 3, and in that process, you can choose, or you can simply do the exercise. So we're going to do the grounding one. Do you feel like you're grounded? No? Hold strong. Okay. Now how about you? Okay, hold strong. Yes. Okay. Hold strong. No. Okay. All right, so that one is, so 2 out of 3 are not grounded, and that's about what I find. In our society, we spend all of our time up here. We have to come down. We have to be spread out. So the remedy again, and don't be wimpy. If you're wimpy, you just confuse the energy body, and we need to. And you can't do it too much. You can do no harm with these exercises. So I start my day with these exercises. Again, it's just like brushing my teeth. I want my energy flowing properly. And I quickly come back up into my head. So that's one I have to do regularly. So we'll see if that did it. Hold strong. Okay. Hold strong. Okay, good job. All right, so this time I'm going to just touch your nose. And hold strong. That one's weak.
Which one?
Doesn't matter, you give me your other arm. You're good. You're good. Okay, 1 out of 3. And again, that's about the average. So what that one asks is if the central meridian connects with the governing vessel. So we're supposed to have this flow. When there's a disconnection here, a common result is seizures. So we want the central meridian connected to the governing vessel. To fix that, so you can do this for yourself or others. If you see someone having a seizure, this will almost always fix it. And I get reports about how this is true all the time. So you take your tall finger, you put it in your navel, you lift up. You take your other tall finger, put it between your eyebrows, and lift up. And then you breathe. So again, you can do this on yourself or others. And that's it. That's all you do. So you were weak. Hold strong. Perfect. Perfect.
So you're just testing the edge of her nose?
I'm pushing.
On her nose and
Yeah.
seeing if she's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one, I'm going to ask you to take a step backwards and hold strong. Okay. And take a step backwards and hold strong. Okay, gotcha. Okay, take it. Did you do the step backwards?
Yes.
Okay, and hold strong. You're good. Okay. So that one asks how your polarities are. We're supposed to be north on the front and south on the back, but we can get scrambled in all sorts of different ways. That's the kidney meridian. The kidney meridian is in charge of polarities. So to fix that, you find your collarbone, trace your collarbone to your sternum, and there's a indentation there. Soft tissue, so you're off the bone, you're just on the soft tissue. Right, right. And 20 seconds. This activates your kidney meridian. It says, wake up, wake up. And it goes back to north on the front, south on the back. And then the fingers and toes alternate north, south, north, south. So you too. All right, so you have to take a step backwards and hold strong. Okay. And step backwards, hold strong. Okay, good job. So when you guys get all of these electrical flows corrected, you're going to be so much better dowser, healer. And I know some of you guys are phenomenal dowsers as it is. And so this is just going to push you into bliss when you get your flows corrected. Okay, the next one, I'm going to just ask you to look. And hold strong. Good. Okay. And hold strong. Good. Hold strong. Oops, look. And hold strong. Okay, so that one's weak. So usually I get much more weak responses on that one. But we did the shoulder pull. Look at the X. That's all. Just look at the X. Because it asks the body if the right brain is talking to the left brain. It asks the body if the left brain is talking to the right brain. So we had 1 week. These two weren't weak, so I'm just going to scribble. Hold strong. Okay. Really? You're trying? Okay, all right. Hold strong. Oh, you're good. Okay. All right. So this is ultimately an issue for you, though you corrected it superficially with the shoulder pull. So you didn't correct it even with the shoulder pull. Did you do the shoulder pull? Yeah. Okay. So you two need something deeper. Yes?
Sorry, I was taking notes. I was trying to type in what she was doing. And so was that connected to your wrist?
Yes, absolutely.
So by showing them.
All of them. All of them.
So you're showing their crossed arms.
Yes.
You said that the response from the body indicates what again?
Whether the right brain and left brain are communicating.
Okay, so if somebody is dyslexic
Yes.
or severely dyslexic, would
Yes.
this help correct that?
Yes. Yes.
That's- okay.
But it's not only asking the brain, it's asking the right lung and the left lung, the right ovary, the left, all the way down the body. Yes, Bonnie.
Since you're allowing questions right now, my belly button's pierced, and so when I was lifting up on my belly button, I wondered, does that affect it?
Well, we can check you to see. My belief is that no. My belief is no. Because the meridians are outside just as much as they're inside. They're in this space here.
Would this help dementia?
Absolutely, absolutely. There is so much you can do for dementia to prevent it. We'll do some of that, but we haven't fixed this yet. Help me keep on track here. All right. So one way to fix it is if you cross your hands so that you can grab your palms and pull it in. And then breathe. Yeah, don't forget the breathing part. We tend to forget the breathing part, especially if we're worried. We tend to forget the breathing part. And again, it only takes 20 seconds. And all you have to do for these exercises is go to, right there, YouTube. There are hundreds of people doing their version of these exercises. Everyone will have a little bit different thing on it. Okay, so we scribbled and hold strong. Okay, all right. And we scribble and hold strong. All right, good job. Okay, then I'm just going into a deeper level. I'm asking if, again, right side, left side. Is the right side and the left side talking to each other? Yes. Yes?
Yes, your reverse polarity thing.
Yes.
I work with radionics, and we find reverse polarity in that, and we find that about 15-20% or a little better are reverse polarity. And we find that most people who have that problem were born C-section.
Oh, wow.
But with reverse polarity for us, we're working with the electrical system in the body. And I'm wondering if that's the same as the front and back reverse polarity. Like if people take a comment that I say, hey, great job, and you take it, oh, he's pissed, or something like that.
Right.
You know, if you take a comment or if you act and react to social situations in a wrong way, that's where we find reverse polarity. Now, this has nothing to do with that. So it must be a different reverse polarity.
But what you're saying is that a traumatic event, cesarean,
Okay?
created, it's not, what I'm hearing is that the cesarean created the reverse polarity.
Well, the theory is that the cesarean took away the trauma of a vaginal birth, and thus there's something that happens going through that birth canal that's vitally important to our bodies.
And we're going to do that too.
Okay.
That's called the vivaxis, and we're going to do that. That's this afternoon, and it's really exciting. The polarities. I would like for the break, when the break happens, we're going to feel the edge here, just for your opportunity to feel the edge. During the break, I also have a selection here of things to do to practice the sway test. Now, the sway test, you stand with feet shoulder width apart and in a relaxed position, and you hold the item in front of you. So, you know, we are just as intelligent as plants. Plants are smart enough to go towards something, the sun, because it wants the sun. We are just as smart as that. And if we allow our bodies to talk to us, our bodies will sway forward when we want the item. Now, if your polarities are switched, then you might actually go forward on Diet Coke. But don't go out and drink a gallon of Diet Coke, because that's not the truth. If you go forward on Diet Coke, your polarities are switched. And we have to figure out then how to get that corrected. But I do have a selection over here for you to practice the sway test, because that's going to be really important in the next session after lunch. If you just can't get the sway test, it's really just about allowing your body to talk to you. And again, it's such a valuable tool to be able to listen to your body. But if you just can't get the sway test, the weight test works also. The weight test, I usually use a gallon of water, but this is what I had. So the weight test, you just see how easy or hard it is to lift up, and then you hold that item and see if it got easier or harder. Okay? I mean, it's so much harder for me to lie to myself doing the weight test. On the sway test, hey, if I'm testing chocolate, you can believe I'm going to go forward. But actually, I learned that milk chocolate is not good for me, but dark chocolate is. So by being honest with myself, I no longer even like milk chocolate, and I just go to the dark chocolate. Okay, so more testing. So it came up Alzheimer's and dementia. There is so much you can do for that. There is so much you can do for that. So let's do this one here. Were we done with the last level? We were, right? Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. So we're going to ask about, okay, you're good. Let me try this side. A little bit weaker on that side.
Are we checking for dementia? I'm a little nervous.
We're checking for brain function.
You might want to do that.
Do you have?
Do I have what?
The preference, what shoulder?
Oh, no.
Okay, you ladies are good. You had just a little bit. Memory, that's a test for memory also. Is there anyone who has issues with memory? Okay, can you, one person come up, and just so that we can have an example, so we can show you the effectiveness of this exercise. Okay, so just let me touch right here. You're trying, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, so this exercise, wait, you're not done? Again, there's several you can do, but the one I like is, because I like this one because not only is it good for the brain, it's also good for the neck, and I have neck injuries I'm healing from. So you take the heel of your hand and press it against your head. So you inhale, take a breath. And then when you exhale, allow your head to fall a little bit farther. You'll notice that you've really drastically decreased the distance between your shoulder and your head. And I do it 3 times. So inhale, press and hold, and then exhale and fall. Inhale, press and hold, and exhale and fall. And then go to the other side. So the same thing. Inhale, push and hold. Exhale and fall. Inhale, push and hold. Exhale and fall. Inhale, push and hold. Exhale and fall. And then you go forward. So I just do the forward one once. Press your fingers against your forehead. And then clasp your hands behind your head and just let gravity give you a nice stretch. You might be able to feel it all the way down to your tailbone. And because that wakes up so much electricity in your brain, then you want to take your tall fingers, put them on the base of your skull, and just give yourself a little massage. And it helps all of that extra electricity organize and go where it's needed. So let's see if that did it. Okay, hold strong. Okay, let's try this side. Hold strong. All right. Yes. So if you're concerned about, thank you. If you're concerned about dementia Alzheimer's. That's a great one. Another great one for dementia Alzheimer's is to find the point, your hairline, directly above the pupil. So your fingers are going to be about 2 inches apart. And if you just press in there, you'll find a little divot. Now, if it hurts a lot, you really need to do this exercise. If it hurts a little, you need the exercise. If no pain, don't worry about the exercise. But then you go an inch, move an inch, keep your fingers the same distance apart, move an inch back, and find a little divot right there. And the same is true. If it really hurts, you really need it. If it hurts a little, you need it a little. And then go another inch. So you start at the pupil of the eye and you just move around the head, keeping your fingers the same distance apart. So it's an easy way to prevent Alzheimer's. Another good one for Alzheimer's is to keep a healthy liver. So let's ask about your liver. Okay, hold strong. Okay, and hold strong. Okay, and hold strong. Okay. So when I'm asking about her liver, I'm just poking up into her liver. So a great thing for the liver, if you have allergies, the liver needs to be healthy. If you have, we don't eat organic, we don't drink organic, we don't breathe organic. We all need this exercise. So the way to activate the energy of the liver is a push-pull. So every movement I'm pushing energy and I'm pulling energy. But I'm beginning with my feet. So you cross over, do the feet. So I do about 5 each side. It's always a push-pull. And then out to the side. This is also a great one for anxiety and anger. Yeah. And then up above. Now again, crossing over the center line, pushing and pulling. And then you imagine all of your frustrations and anger and all of that into your fists, bring it down your center body, and then throw it into the earth and let her do with it what she will. So you were the only one who had...
Yeah, and then I got a catch in my side and I couldn't do all the exercise.
So let's see if we did anything then. Hold strong. Yeah, you're good. You did what it took. You still got that catch? Well, let's just send her a blessing then, just because we can. Okay, next one I want to test is a fight or flight. So this one, bend your elbow and hold it strong. I'm going to try to push it in. So that one is very strong. That one is very strong. Try your elbow closer to your side. Hold strong. That one's better. That's much better. And hold strong. That one's very strong. So all of those other ones we wanted strong. This one we want weak. So we have 2 here. You were good. We have 2 here that were very strong. When this one is strong, it means that they are engaged in fight or flight. Huh? Fight or flight. So it was a powerful mechanism back, eons ago, when we had to choose to either fight that saber-toothed tiger or run away from it, Today, we can get stuck in fight or flight when driving. Right. The problem with being stuck in fight or flight is that all of your energy goes into heart and lungs, and everything else suffers. The adrenals suffer. The digestive system suffers. You can actually do this for yourself. You can see how rigid you are. This one, you have to be pretty persistent to turn off. It thinks that it's doing something that you need, but we have evolved past needing it, and we need to learn how to get it in line. So to turn this one off, it sedates the triple heater meridian. Again, many ways. The way I like, because it works pretty fast, is you start with your hands on your eyes, and you just take in a breath. And as you exhale, you slide around the ears. Now, some people have to make sure they have contact, their pinky contacts the skin. Not everybody, but I don't know about you, so just make sure your pinky contacts the skin, and then cross at the neck, slide down the arms, grab your ring fingers. So the triple heater meridian ends here at the ring fingers, and you just throw it out. And we want to balance the whole body, so we slide down the outside, up the inside, and then thump the spleen meridian, which is right here. Okay, and it's going to take a minimum of 3 repetitions. So fingers on the eyes, slide around the ears, making sure pinky contacts the skin, cross at the neck, slide down the arms, grab that ring finger, throw it out, slide down the outside, up the inside, and thump the spleen. And a third time, fingers on the eyes, slide around the ears, cross out the neck, down the arms, pull out the ring fingers. I do it simultaneously, you don't have to. Slide down the outside, up the inside, and thump the spleen. Okay, so let's test that one again. Elbow bent. I'm going to push in, hold strong. Much better. Yeah, that one you want to be weak. And hold strong. You need 3 more. Okay. You're still there. Okay, so 3 is minimum. Okay, then let's do this one. So this time I'm not even going to touch her. I'm going to have this arm testing her strength, and this arm I'm just going to swipe down the central meridian. Hold strong. Okay. Okay. Pretty good. All right. Okay, so you ladies are protected. You are not. Most people are not. In a situation like this, you can expect a lot more people to be aware of needing protection. So if you were to take a martial arts class, you're taught to swipe down the central meridian of the opponent. It takes their energy away. But you can protect yourself. So a manipulative person isn't going to know to swipe down your central meridian, but they can still take your energy away. So we need protection. There's many, many, many ways to get protected. Shungite, let's see if shungite protects you. So if we do the same thing, I'm going to swipe down and hold strong. Wow, it did. Okay. Donna Eden's technique is called the zip up. Now, I've also tested people who have a prayer. They say, oh, well, I have a prayer for that. And sure enough, it works. But the zip up, you start with your hands here. By starting here, you just get grounded. You connect with the earth. And then you visualize being enclosed in a protective shell. And you just zip that in and you lock it in place. But you don't want to close out the world, so you open up to the good stuff. And that's all there is to it. And again, many prayers will work. You just zip it up, lock it into place. So in a situation like this, I know you guys know you need protection. It also seems to be true that in a situation like this, light attracts bugs, you know? Yeah. So I've noticed a few bugs in the energy. And this protects us from the bugs. And there's energetically dirty places. It protects us from those energetically dirty places. It also helps protect us from allowing people to get to us. Yeah, when I swipe down the central meridian and you go weak, it means that, you know, people get to you sometimes. Yes.
Oh, I was going to say, so is something we need to do before we get on our car so that somebody that is suffering from road rage, that we don't get drawn into that, into their drama?
Yes. Well, so how do you prevent being caught into drama? That's a great way to do it, is the central meridian. So the central meridian is your protective shell. And you will notice that if you have your protective shell intact, you can keep calm no matter what's going on around you. That's an excellent point. Thank you. In today's world, yeah, we have to keep calm. We have to keep it together. All right, so are we done with you ladies yet? Let's see. We did the brain, we did the... What time is it? How much time do we have?
10 minutes.
We have 10 minutes? The joints. We've got to do the joints. And we can do blood pressure.
Chris, are we able to do this on ourselves?
Yes, you can. You have to be really honest with yourself, and that can be a difficult one. Okay, so to ask about joints, I'm going to tap her shoulder, hip, and knee. Hold strong. Whoops, I'm sorry. Hold strong. Okay. All right. Shoulder, hip, knee. Hold strong. Okay. Shoulder, hip, knee. Hold strong. Okay. All right. So I talked about connecting heaven and earth when we were talking about the vitamins. To get the energy in your hands moving, you just have to rub them together and shake them off. I mean, if you have an arthritis in your hands, rub them together and shake it off. So Donna Eden's exercise, the connecting heaven and earth, for a couple of years I didn't do the shaking off part, and until I learned you got to do the shaking off part, because my hands started getting stiff. So every little part here is important. So Donna Eden's technique for getting the energy in joints moving. Rub your hands together, shake them off, then stretch one hand up as if it's holding up the heavens, one hand down as if it's holding down the earth. Come back, shake it off, stretch the other way. And this is all it takes to get the energy in your upper body moving, then to get the energy in your lower, your spine, and hips, knees, you got to stretch out the neck. So you want to feel a stretch between every vertebra of the neck. So start at the very top and see if you can feel one vertebra at a time. Then the upper back, middle back, lower back. I bend my knees in order to give myself a better stretch. And then stand. You can hang there just as long as you want. Feels so good. And then you want to stand up in reverse. So everybody was weak there. And again, it's toxins. Toxins that get stuck in the joint is what causes arthritis. And we just need to get that moving. So hold strong. I like to go sleeveless so you guys can see I really am trying. Okay. Hold strong. Okay. All right. It's as easy as that. It's pretty cool. Blood pressure. Okay, so to ask your body how your blood pressure is, I'm going to touch right in here. Hold strong. Right in here. Okay. Hold strong. Okay. Hold strong. You're pretty good. So the heart, the blood pressure, loves the arms over the head. You know, we don't have to do this in our society anymore. Our apples and our oranges aren't up here anymore. They're down here. So up here, by getting your hands up here, you strengthen heart, you balance your blood pressure, and then when you're up here, you can do whatever you want. You can do the top half of a jumping jack, figure eights. Figure eights are very valuable. You can just imagine that figure eight floating all the way down to your feet, bringing in communication system within your whole body. So I like the figure eights. Dr. Darren Weissman, he would have you make infinite love and gratitude out of your hands while you do that figure eight, and then feel that travel throughout your energy field. So your assignments for lunch is know the sway test. That's going to be so valuable. And yeah, feel the wall here. Feel the wall just for fun. You don't have to. We're not going to test you. It's just for fun. And anything else? I'm right in here. But if you poke around in there, you'll find a place that's tender. That's the spot. Any place on your body that hurts without reason is an acupuncture point. If it hurts, it's because there's an accumulation of energy. Jean?
So does that show you whether you have high blood pressure or low blood pressure?
I'm
Doesn't
not
matter.
going there.
Okay.
We're bringing it into balance. I will not tell you not to see a doctor. I will not tell you not to use your prescription. I will only give you ideas on what you do if you want to avoid that. Yes?
Do you think people with autism do flapping because they're naturally knowing to do that?
Yes,
What you're doing? That's what I thought.
activating. Absolutely, yes.
Can you take one more question?
Oh, no, I don't have.
No? Okay. All right. I guess are we right on time? 4 more minutes. Okay, so you have 2 assignments, so we'll break 4 minutes early. Okay? All right. Thank you. Thank you.